Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfella1 Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. What's going on? We back. Goodfella Sports TV. We in the building. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. All natural products, man. Check them out. I explain more in the latter half of the video, but you want to go over there right now. Use my promo code Goodfella1 Boxing. All the information is in the description. Go over there and check them out. All right. Which fight is more important right now? Should happen next. The unification bout at junior middleweight versus Tony Harrison and Jarrett Hurd, or should a rematch between Jermell Charlo and Tony Harrison happen? Obviously, you heard Jermell Charlo, say after the fight with Tony Harrison, he wanted a rematch and he still wanted to fight Jarrett Hurd. Now, apparently, people going around saying that Jermell Charlo had a rematch clause. We know Lara had a rematch clause versus Jarrett Hurd. Got ordered. Lara was ordered to fight Jarrett Hurd again. Jarrett Hurd didn't do it, so it's ways around those things. Me personally, I would love to see Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo running back in Detroit, and let Jarrett Hurd have his homecoming fight. Because contrary to what we believe, Jarrett Hurd was still trying to improve and hone his skills to beat Jermell Charlo. He wasn't 100% confident that he could beat Jermell Charlo, and this may just make Jermell Charlo better from losing to Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? I think, like I said before, he fought tight versus Tony Harrison. He fought a game that's outside his game plan. He was knocking out Hadley, and he was struggling with John Jackson as well too. People forget that before he knocked him out. And him and Derrick James just ain't a good fit. Now he continued to bring Derrick James. He just not just the style that Derrick James got him fighting in. Derrick James said, "Let your punches flow. You loading up." He ain't listening. Okay, and when you're not listening to your coach no more, this is what happens. You get your ass whooped. You get pieced up. And people going to sit there and cry and scream, robbery. It wasn't a robbery. I seen Trap House Boxers say it wasn't a robbery. I heard several other fighters. Cali came back and chopped it up with me yesterday, said it wasn't no robbery. I know what I seen. That was a competitive fight. Real competitive fight. Jermell Charlo lost that fight. He didn't win it. Jermell lost the fight. Jermell could have won the fight if he would have just, relaxed, let his punches flow, boxed a little bit like he said, and mixed in with aggression. That's what he said he wanted to do. He wanted to show, again, like early in his career, he can box and then mix in aggression. He just went out there looking for the knockout with a lot of reckless aggression, and he got pieced up. Okay? What I like to see, I still want to see Charlo and Hurd, yeah. If Charlo come back and beat Tony Harrison, but guess what? Hurd lose cool points off that. Hurd gonna lose credit off that. That's gonna be an undefeated fighter he could have gotten his resume off that by him being scary. He was scary. Look here, man. You don't need no two tune-ups and two right-handed. Before he hurt his shoulder, he was talking about two right-handed fighters. You don't need no two right-handed fighters. His team did not feel confident they could beat Charlo. A lot of people was going around saying Charlo would gas out. He get tired. He fighting spots. I didn't see that on film. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo showed he had great stamina. This dude, how many punches he threw versus Harrison, which they didn't throw a lot of punches. But this dude was loading up all night. He threw everything fast, didn't vary nothing, and was loading up and aggressive all night. He wasn't tired. Tony Harrison wasn't tired. You know what I'm saying? And if these dudes have, got stamina, especially Tony Harrison fixed his stamina, which he said they really put emphasis on his conditioning for this camp, and they got it together. And we see Jermell Charlo, even in defeat, got stamina. Jarrett Hurd going to have two tough fights on his hands, man. He going to have two tough fights on his hands. In general. Because how Tony Harrison fight is, he's slick, he move his head, he measure distance, he got a really good boxer puncher jab, good counter puncher. That ain't Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd would have got hit by a lot of them punches that Jermell Charlo threw. Would you think, Jermell Charlo would have learned from Austin Trout that Trout was a slick fighter as well, just as Tony Harrison, that he can't come in there being reckless. But that shows you that he not learning from his mistakes. That him and Derrick James ain't making the adjustments. And I said before, if he ain't gonna listen to Derrick James, and Derrick James gonna be a boxer's coach, a real friendly guy, and he ain't gonna, he can't demand the respect that Ronnie Shields can. Because that's why he left Ronnie Shields. Because Ronnie Shields was cussing his ass out. He felt that Ronnie Shields disrespected him or something like that. But overall, it makes more sense to do the rematch with Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo. Because Jarrett Hurd ain't fighting nobody until later next year. So it don't make no other sense but to get that rematch in. You know what I'm saying? Either way, Jarrett Hurd gonna fight somebody with a loss or 2 losses regardless. You know what I'm saying? He messed himself up by being scary. I don't care what nobody say. He was scared to fight Jermell Charlo. He was scared to lose. Because before he hurt his shoulder, he talking about 2 right-handed. And I still would favor Jermell Charlo over Jarrett Hurd. Ain't nothing changed. I think Tony Harrison beat Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd does not impress me like that, man. Anybody that rely on their chin and being a bigger guy and having good stamina, I mean, you ain't gonna be an elite fighter. You gotta have some skills behind that. You know what I'm saying? And I think both of them dudes, Jermell and Tony Harrison, is more skilled than Jarrett Hurd, and style make fights. When people say, he lost to Tony Harrison, Jarrett Hurd beat Terry Hart, that don't mean nothing. If you watch the fight, Tony Harrison was beating the fuck out of Jarrett Hurd every round for about 8 rounds. So is Austin Trout. The difference is Tony Harrison just didn't pace himself or had a conditioning. That's the difference. Jermell Charlo got conditioning. He'll pace himself. He don't have to pace himself because he got natural conditioning. And he showed a beard. Jarrett Hurd not beating Jermell Charlo. I'm telling you that right now. He ain't beating him. Even if he stayed with Derrick James. This dude ain't slipping. He ain't shoulder rolling. He ain't calculating, controlling distance and jabbing and fighting on the back foot like Trout and Harrison. This dude gonna come forward and eat punches. And I guarantee you, if Jermell Charlo just go to the body and learn to, mix in boxing and let his punches flow, which is probably far-fetched at this point, being with Derrick James, that he didn't listen to nothing he was saying in the corner, that's going to be an easy fight. That's going to be an easy fight, Jermell Charlo and Jarrett Hurd. I said it from the beginning. Styles make fights. And I know Tony Harrison was a boxer, slick mover. He spoke that language better. He was going to be a tough fight for Jermell Charlo. It's all about styles. And I think if Tony Harrison got his stamina issues together, man, he going to beat Jarrett Hurd. But he got to do more than that, man. Because Jarrett Hurd is a tough cookie. He got to go to that body, man. And both of them dudes got to learn to go to the body. Jermell Charlo and Tony Harrison. But Jermell Charlo, everything come out hard. You know what I'm saying? Everything come out hard at the same speed with Derrick James. You can't win like that versus no boxer puncher. You could beat a Jarrett Hurd like that if you got the stamina. But if you don't go to Hurd body, it's going to be a tough time. Both dudes need to go to Hurd body a little bit. So it's the right fight to make is a rematch for Jermell Charlo and Tony Harrison. But it's not a given that Charlo's going to win that fight. Tony Harrison was the dude in there that can make the adjustment, bro. Jermell Charlo's been fighting like that since he got with Derrick James. This has been 4 or 5 fights where he ain't made the adjustment to mix boxing and being aggressive. And I said that. I said the only way Jermell Charlo is going to lose, I said this a while ago, and if he don't fix his identity crisis, and he still got it. And him being with Derrick James showing he still got identity crisis is just showing everybody, in my opinion, that it ain't going to get fixed. They're not fixing that. So he need to go back to Ronnie Shields. If he go back with Derrick James, I think Tony Harrison going to beat him again. And a lot of people starting to rewatch that fight and see what I saw. Somebody that was getting beat, put a punch, outboxed. And a lot of dudes going to stick with Jermell Charlo and act like they didn't know what happened. Act like, they didn't watch the second fight and see how close it was. And that's fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Everybody know what happened in that ring that night. He got outboxed. Just because you come forward with aggressiveness and you hit him a couple times and you buckle him, well, Tony Harrison buckled him as well, too. The rematch is going to be better than the original fight. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you beat Jermell Charlo again, I want to hear it, bro. I don't care how close it is. I want to hear it. 2 times, you ain't get robbed 2 times being A side. All right? But I love to see the winner fight Jarrett Hurd. And I think the winner beat Jarrett Hurd. People say, you hating on her. I'm just saying styles make fights. But it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter. Also, reach out to me in the email. We got Facebook group. DM me, add me at Twitter, DM me on Facebook or Twitter, or email me. You got a question, business inquiry, sponsorship. Also, you want to make a donation to the channel. Appreciate it. Happy holidays to everybody who celebrate them. Also, don't check out our new sponsor. Forget to check out our new sponsor, thehelpblaze.com. Use my promo code Goodfella1Boxing, get 18% off right now, and that's in addition to other discounts or promos they're running. And cut your risk of getting cancer and other diseases that come with using processed ingredients and everyday products like toothpaste and stuff of that nature. They got all natural toothpaste, all natural deodorant, foot soaps, bath bombs at real good price. I'm talking about $5, $7, man. Go over there and get right with the Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. With my promo code, get 18% off. Goodfella1Boxing. That website and the promo code is in the description. Y'all know what the business is.